I don't know what he was doing out there. He had his head down. He was enduring the debate rather than fighting it. Romney, on the other hand, came in with a campaign. He had a plan. He was going to dominate the time. He was going to be aggressive. He's going to push the moderator around, which he did effectively. What was he doing tonight? He went in there disarmed. He was like, oh, wait, an hour and a half, I think I can get through this thing. And I don't even look at this guy. Where's Romney? I love the split screen. Staring at Obama, addressing him like the prey.
Well, that was MSNBC's Chris Matthews critiquing the president right after last night's debate. Even some of Mr. Obama's staunchest supporters have expressed frustration and disappointment with his debate performance. And it seems that was not lost on voters. A flash overnight poll finds the majority, 58%, believe Governor Mitt Romney seemed to be the stronger leader during that debate, compared to 37% who believe that about the president. Joining me now for a fair and balanced debate, Simon Rosenberg. He's president and founder of NDN, a think tank and advocacy organization, also former campaign advisor to President Clinton. And Ben Ferguson, who's host of the Ben Ferguson Show with Icon Radio Network. And, you know, the polls across the board show that the folks believe that Mitt Romney won this debate, and it's actually starting to move some votes. It's starting to move some independent, undecided voters into Mitt Romney's column. But the question is, Ben, whether that will last and how Mitt Romney capitalizes on that.
Well, I mean, he capitalizes on it by what he did last night. He talked about his plans and how what the president has done has not worked. And what's so different about last night, even compared to 4 years ago when Barack Obama took the stage in Oxford, Mississippi, he came out with these grand ideas about all of us coming together and how we're going to cut the deficit in half and how we're going to like the world to like us again and how we're going to get out of Iraq and Afghanistan. Well, guess what? Now he's got to run on what he's done over the last 4 years, and there's not a lot he can point to say that they were successful, and that's what got him in trouble last night. And if Mitt Romney does this, the next couple of debates, and he continues to go out there in the way he did last night and saying, this is how you failed, this is where you failed, this is where it's not adding up, I'm not sure Barack Obama can really come back with actual facts or figures, because he doesn't have those. It's time to run on.
Simon, did you share Chris Matthews' frustration at the president's performance?
I may not have been as animated as he was last night, certainly. But look, I don't think the president had a good night. I think we all know that now. And Mitt Romney, I think, had a good night. I thought he did a really good job.
What happened to Barack Obama last night?
You know, listen, we don't know. I think that there was if I can guess, Megan, I think that there was a strategy that because they feel like they're winning the election and the polls are still holding today. I mean, Gallup has today Obama at his highest approval rating he's ever had. He's doing well in the battleground states. And I think that they made a decision not to engage. They didn't want to fight with Romney. They didn't want to look like he was being mean or angry. And I think that it was clear to me, and I think to many people, that that game plan had to change because Romney came out of the gate very strong. Obama didn't really adjust his strategy. And I think you saw it today already. You just showed the clips. We're going to see a different Obama now, I think, going forward. He knows he didn't do a good job, and they're going to be much more engaged and aggressive as they go forward.
Ben, can I ask you about that? Because the Obama we saw today did have the teleprompter back. And you know, even his supporters are pointing out, I mean, Bill Maher, who loves the president and is not a righty.
Give him
he sent out a tweet last night saying something like, I hate to say it, but I think he actually might need the teleprompter.
Yeah, and I think that's the easy thing is, look at Obama today. When there's no one to compare and contrast or challenge him on the facts, he does an incredible job. It's the same way that he ran on 2 words of emotion, hope, and change. But even if you had a redo of last night, what could Barack Obama have come out with and said he did well on? He can't say that he lowered the deficit. He can't say that the unemployment numbers have gotten better. He can't say that, we are out of Iraq and Afghanistan.
He had counterpoints to raise, though, Ben. He had counterpoints to raise. You may not agree with them, but they were there to be raised, and the president took a pass.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the fact is he thought, look, I'm the president of the United States of America. I woo people. People love me. He didn't prepare for this last night. It was obvious that he thought he was the heavyweight coming in, and because he's so charismatic, he could just walk in there and have a great anniversary night and go back and, you know, have champagne with his wife, and he didn't do well. And I think the part was he was shocked at how well-informed Mitt Romney was and how many things Mitt Romney was instantly able to challenge him. And I don't think he expected that at all.
Do you think that Barack Obama is capable of coming back, being feisty, being sort of like Mitt Romney was last night? I mean, because some people are raising doubts about whether he is capable of that, since he doesn't have the more recent debate experience that Romney has.
Yes, and I think to be clear, I've talked to a lot of people today. People may have been disappointed with Obama's performance last night, but nobody is panicking. I mean, he's still up in this race by 3 or 4 points. No, Ben, he's up by 3 or 4 points.
Al Gore blamed it on the altitude last night. I mean, Al Gore blamed it on the altitude, and you're telling me that they're not panicking?
Simon, that comment by Al Gore was not helpful.
I know. So I don't think Democrats are panicking right now. I think that, the lead that Obama has in the swing states are still very strong. And part of what's happening with Romney in the polls right now is that he's getting back up to 46, 47%, which is where he was going to be anyway. I mean, he's still consolidating. Ben, please, come on, man. So you got plenty of time. So the thing is that I think that where Romney excelled was in his personal performance. What he didn't excel on is selling his policies and the arguments about how he's going to make the country better. He's going to have to do a better job at that, I think, in the future debates. And I think you're going to see Obama in the debates and in television ads dissemble the lies and the mistakes that Romney made last night in his presentation, which is going to take him down a little bit on the policy side. So I think, look, Democrats aren't panicking. We didn't have a good night. We're still going to win this election. But Obama's got to raise his game and fight much harder if he wants to get this thing done.
In Al Gore's defense, though, I did feel a little funny when I was in Denver, too. So, I mean, there may be something. I just want to show you a couple of polls before I let you go, because it's interesting. These are from CNN. 67% say Romney won, 25% Obama. 75% of independents believe that Romney won. Just 17 say Obama won. And when asked, does it make you more likely to vote for Romney, 35% said yes. 18% said it's more likely to make them vote for Obama. So Romney may have moved the needle a bit with some of the voters, which is
Megan, but in the CNN debate, though, last night, in the CNN session, you talked about 8 people went for Obama, 8 people went for Romney, right? So if it's 8 and 8, Mitt Romney still loses the election. He's still got to do better. He's still got to do better.
We'll see as the polling unveils over the next few days, where the needle really fell. Guys, thank you. Well, coming up, a big surprise campaign trail today.